As long as your rent's not going crazy, I think that if you're going from 1 to 2 million, I think having an admin in-house and full time is probably worth it. Let's assume they're $70,000 a year. That's 7% of last year's revenue, but 3% of next year's revenue. I think I would make that bet that you could utilize them. I think the thing to be careful of is not having systems in place for them to actually be efficient. And so if you have those things nailed down, I would try to bring them in house. And then as you scale past 2 million, they could be your office manager. And then when you get a VA, whether it be in the US or abroad, there's someone else managing them and making sure they actually are set up for success. So like as you scale, you could go virtual again, but the first office manager really being in person, learning from you, learning from the crew, being there is highly rewarding.
So like train them as much as they can, make them succeed, and then make them replace their role, automate as much as they can, build systems and then they can get replaced and move up, right? Okay,
And then too,
cool.
like if you get someone and they're like, "Hey, I'd like to eventually work hybrid," you say, "Great." As you create systems in all these departments and you get people virtually to be able to handle them, you can move to where you only come in the office once or twice a week, for example. That would be a perk for them to move hybrid as they employ people that are virtual. And you're probably not going to need that person, but once you hit 2 million, they're going to need an assistant, right? So you would reward inside their initial like 30, 60, 90, 180, and 365 in their onboarding doc. I would bake in there their comp stuff, benefits like working hybrid, as well as the expectations that, hey, as we hit these revenue markers, I expect you to be getting like someone to be able to handle phones, someone to be able to handle payroll and QuickBooks. Like bake that all into their onboarding document.